So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Tempted and tried, I wondered why the good man dies, bad man thrives, and Jesus cries 'cause he loves them both. We're all castaways in need of rope, hanging on by the last threads of our hope. In a house, a mirror full of smoke, confusing illusions I've seen. But where did I go wrong? I sang along to every chorus of the song that the devil wrote like a piper at the gate, leading my men down to their fate. Some will courageously escape the seductive voice with the heart of faith, while walking the line back home. There's so much more to life than we've been told. It's full of beauty that will unfold and shine like you struck gold, my wayward son. The dead weight burden weighs a ton. I'll go down to the river and let it run, wash away all the things you've done. Forgiveness, alright. Farther along, know all about it. Farther along, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Oh yeah. La 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 la. But still I get heart-pressed on every side, between the rock and the compromise, like truth in a pack of lies fighting for my soul. I got no place left to go, 'cause I got changed by what I've been shown. It's more glory than the world has known. It keeps me rambling on and skipping like a calf loosed from his stall. I'm free to love once and for all, and even when I fall, I get back up for the joy that overflows my cup. Heaven filled me with more than enough, broke down my levees and my bluffs, let the flood wash me. And one day when the sky rolls back on us, some rejoice and the others fuss, 'cause every knee must bow and tongue confess the Son of God, he's forever blessed. His is the kingdom and we're the guests. So put your voice up to the test, sing Lord come soon. Oh yeah. Farther along, know all about it. Farther along, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by.
Hello, this is, like I said, Thoughts, Sounds, and Creative Miscellany podcast. I'm streaming live on YouTube and twitch.tv today. If you use either of those services, feel free to subscribe there. I have the lyrics and a link to the song I just played by Josh Garrels, which is called Farther Along. That song was on my mind today, and I just wanted to share it and start branching out a little bit from the music that I generally include in these podcasts. Most of the podcasts I've been publishing have music from the Illogical Spoon and Salters, and another musician named Joshua Barton, who is the singer and songwriter for a group called Fields of Industry, which I shared a song from in yesterday's episode. Today I'm doing this a little earlier than usual. I've found myself with a little time with a bit of quiet that isn't late in the evening. So I'm recording this now so that I will have some time this evening and I can focus on other things rather than this podcast. I generally try to do daily podcasts, and recently I have been sharing some testimony of my own personal walk with God and experiences with religion and spirituality. Yesterday I mentioned that I have in the past wandered off on paths into things like Gnosticism and other occult practices. Some might view these things as somewhat innocuous. People often say occult just means hidden knowledge, and it is just simply taboo or forbidden things or secretive things that are revealed to initiates as they proceed along a spiritual path. But in my opinion, that is just nonsense. It is all a diversion and misleading path that will guide one into darkness and eventually Luciferianism. So in times that I have sought after other spiritual paths other than the way of Christ, I've delved into various occult things and paganism, even witchcraft at times. There was a time when I studied a energy healing technique called Reiki. If anyone has heard of this before, it is somewhat of a strange philosophy and set of teachings. I won't go into it too in depth today, but maybe I will share more about that in the future. But there was a time when I even attempted to reconcile some of these things with the teachings of Christ. I have sometimes tried to convince myself that these hidden teachings or occult knowledge has somehow been pushed aside or purposefully hidden by powers that try to impose religious doctrines on us. And I no longer think that way. I haven't in a long time, but there was a time when I tried to read those things into the teachings of Christ, and it can be done if one tries hard enough to convince oneself that that is the truth. But eventually, the truth will be revealed. In time, all things are revealed. So in this seeking, I also had many opportunities to meet together with other Christians who were more on a more narrow path than I was at the time. Some of those being involved with musical endeavors like the Illogical Spoon. That is a group of Christians that I have played music in the past with, and some very good and fruitful things have come of that, and I still hold those things in high regard that I experienced then, and being involved in that led me into other things, like traveling and playing music with the other group that I often play songs by, called Salters. And I did play music and travel with them for about a year, and that was also a very good experience. Difficult in many regards, and ultimately something that I kind of moved away from for several different reasons, but not because I changed my mind about what I believed necessarily, but more because of internal struggles and different things that I was feeling led to do. One of them being to marry my wife. But over the years since then, I have slowly been wandering into various different philosophies and teachings, some more destructive than others, but most of them equally not aligned with Christ. Some of the reason that I've chosen these paths that I've gone down has been due to sort of enculturation or indoctrination, you might say. I went to a liberal Catholic university for some time and even studied quite a bit of theology when I was going to that school, which ultimately led me to atheism at one point. So those are some other things that I've experienced along this journey I've been on in life, and there are probably various things that some of you out there can identify with and maybe have been through yourself or are even going through at present. And just always remember, whatever paths you take in life, there is always one there who is calling you to Him. It is a subtle, still voice of God, but it is there nonetheless. And I hope for everyone out there who might listen to this podcast that you'll choose to go where He is leading you and just be willing to listen and follow.